For 10 weeks, a jury heard the evidence for and against David Duckenfield. But after hearing all the evidence and spending more than 7 days in deliberation, the 12 jurors told the judge they could not reach a verdict in his case. For the families of those who died at Hillsborough and who have attended every day of this trial at Preston Crown Court, a process seemingly without an end.
Has this been a difficult process for you?
It's been really difficult, Damien, for the families, survivors and the fans. We've been on a long journey for the past 30 years and we are a bit disappointed about today, but we're glad that it has been a hung jury and we may get a retrial.
One verdict the jury was able to agree on: Graham Mackrell found guilty of a single offence under health and safety legislation, the first ever criminal conviction relating to Hillsborough. He was the secretary of Sheffield Wednesday Football Club at the time of the disaster. Afterwards he showed the then Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher around the scene. He was the one who'd been responsible for the turnstile arrangements at the game.
What do you define as an emergency situation?
No comment.
From his very first interview, he refused to accept responsibility for what happened. Today, a jury decided he was at fault.
Can you clarify whether you were talking about a build-up of spectators outside the turnstiles or not?
No comment.
As for former Chief Superintendent Duckenfield, seen here on the pitch in the hours after the disaster, there was no decision from the jury. Prosecutors had argued that he failed to plan for or deal with the crush as it developed on the Leppings Lane terraces. His defence said he was faced with a sudden and overwhelming emergency, not of his making. But the families of the people who died have been left with the feeling, once again, that there is still no resolution to this matter, no final answer to their questions.
We've got the 30th anniversary coming up, as we all know, in 2 weeks' time, which is very difficult anyway. And no matter what the outcome, or what the outcome would have been, or might be in the future, we are still the losers, and we will always be the losers.
Prosecutors told the judge today they will be seeking a retrial of David Duckenfield, a decision his lawyers have said they will contest. One person who protested his innocence has been found guilty. Graham Mackrell left court today, the first person convicted over the events of Hillsborough 30 years ago. Graham Mackrell will be back here at Preston Crown Court on May the 13th to find out how he will be sentenced. That sentence likely to be a financial penalty. The following month begins the process which could end in the retrial of David Duckenfield. The Crown Prosecution Service say they are set on that course. His lawyers say equally they will contest it. As for the families of the victims, the people who've been at this court every day for the last 11 and a half weeks, at times when things seem to be going against them, they've said to me they were ready to walk away, they were ready to give up. Today's outcome appears to have given them heart. They say if there is to be a retrial, they are ready to carry on.